How you guys doing? Been a minute since I've done a Fred update, but I got a Fred update for you. Boom. You know what that is? That is the front bumper. I'm working on making the frame mounts. There's the cradle for the pipe, and then I'm going to end cap it, put tread plate across the top, so I have a nice standing deck. I haven't decided if I want to do like a bull bar or a grill guard. I haven't decided yet. I want to get this part done and see how it looks, and if I want to, I would do a bull bar. If I think it looks good enough, I'll leave it alone. But currently, I had some of these plates burn out at work, and I'm drilling the holes in them. So I want to get them holes drilled, get that tacked on there, and I'll be back. All right, it's all tacked on. I think that'll be pretty decent. I'll run a pipe in here to help try to brace it side to side and get the tread plate. I want to cap these ends, but I think it looked pretty good. It looks crooked, but the bumper's level. It's the truck that's crooked. So I got to figure out what's going on with the body mounts or whatever, but bumper's straight, truck's crooked. But other than that, I don't think it's going to go nowhere. And if you noticed, I used smaller bolts because I want the bolts to be the weak point if I ever hit something, not the frame and not the bumper. I want the bolts to be the weak point. I mean, this tube isn't super thick anyhow, so it'll probably bend or bow pretty easy, but I don't know. We'll see how it holds up. So far, I'm liking the way it's looking. I do think I'm going to do the bull bar because it works really well as a stand. I just stood on it and I can reach everything under the hood easily. So that'll be a lot better than the old try to stand on the tire, sit on the radiator, you know. But yeah, there's the update with Fred. This weekend I want to try to finish that, and then I want to try to swap that fuel tank out for the step, and I think I want to try to make straps for the new tank. I got the interior almost all buttoned up. I got the carpet in it. Both sticks are mounted finally. I got some gauges mounted under the dash. That's the factory gauge location. I just put them back there. I still need to get a speedometer and a tack. I want to try to make that fuel sensor work, and I want to try to set this oil light up for my glow plugs, because I want to put a switch here for the glow plugs. You just turn on, let it sit for a little bit, shut it off, then you have glow plugs, because they did work before. I don't know why they're not working right now. I might have forgot to hook them up. I gotta look. I don't remember right now, but yeah, we're getting there. Just getting closer. I don't know, for 2 months in, I think we're doing pretty good. But on the next video, we'll finish the bumper and probably start the hitches. I don't know if that'll be in this video or next video. We'll see. I'll start welding the bumper up, and then after I get the bumper welded, I'm gonna cut some of them tubes and make braces for the stack mounts. I'll go from here to the bottom of the tubes. I'll pull the tank and everything back off for that, but yeah, so I'm gonna do the bumper right now. Before I do that, I'm probably gonna try to figure out why the alternator's not charging and why the glow plug relay is not working. But yep, for right now, I'm gonna just work on the bumper. Well, so this is what I'm doing on Fred. So this is my splitter stick for the 2-speed rear axle, and that's the factory push-pull knob, and I welded a little tab eyelet to it for the stick. So when you shift it, it just moves that in and out. Well, it was working fine, but there was a thin spot on it I kind of just left And I knew I should have welded it up, but it broke. So I'm putting that back together, so that way put the stick back in the truck, and then I'll have my working 2-speed again. Because that's all I did is I took a plate, welded a hunk of chain to it, tacked this to the chain, or stitched it, made tabs for the stick to bolt to, then I bolted that to that, or pinned it. So I want to go ahead, flip this over, weld the back, and then I'm gonna put it back in the truck, and I'll show you what it looks like in the truck. Okay, so that's how it looks in the truck once it's in. I want to make a boot that will help hide it better, but then it just plugs into the factory harness. It does work. Figured that out yesterday, but plug it in the factory harness, tuck it back up how it was. But yeah, that's the split stick. And then you got the 5. But yep, I need to find, I think I might get the what is it, OBS Solutions or something. They make that aluminum kick plate cover. It looks really nice. I might get one of them for this. Haven't decided yet. But got the tank swapped out for the step, which I think matches. For not being from this truck, I think it matches extremely well, which got lucky on that. I'm gonna end up drilling along here probably 4 or 5 chicken lights on each side. And then I got some LED tail lights too. And then I gotta make a tank strap still, because the tank's just sitting there. Still haven't decided how or what I want to make the tank straps out of. I'm thinking I'll just make them out of steel and then just paint them black like the frame. But this is going to be my gooseneck plate, which I think will work very well. I think I want to run a piece of tube under the bottom, weld it to the frame, and then stitch it across, and then I want to weld around the plate. Be solid. It ain't going to go nowhere. I still haven't designed my rear plate yet. I want to work on that here before too long, but right now I want to start working on my gauges, try to get my temp alternator and my oil pressure hooked up, and we'll go from there. So this is what I got. So I got my oil line hooked up, my temp signal hooked up. I got the temp run through that hole in the firewall. Need to put a grommet on it, I know. And then I got the oil ran through that little hole there by the steering wheel. Because my idea is if the oil line ever breaks, it'll be below the electronics. That, and it's closer to the spot on the engine. So the temp is hooked up to that factory location. And I got just enough tension on this to keep it off of the exhaust manifold. Now I'll put the oil back there in its factory location. So now I gotta put these fittings on. All right, I wanted to get a lot more in this video, but it's too damn hot for me to keep working out here. I got the oil pressure put on. I need to tidy it up. I know, working on it. It works. I was getting about 35 pounds of oil pressure, cold, not the greatest. But then again, I also haven't done an oil change on this yet, so I don't know what kind of oil's in it. So I'm gonna do an oil change on it here soon before I start driving it. Temp sensor, I don't know if it works because all my coolant has decided to expertly catalog itself onto the floor because of the heater core. So I don't know where the coolant sensor's at, but I gotta get this heater core swapped out for a new one. I gotta find one. Can't imagine it's that hard to find, but I gotta find one still. I think, I don't know, OBS guys. I'm not much of an OBS guy, but I think this green wire, which kind of matches that green wire there, I think that might be the exciter wire for this alternator. Because the alternator is currently not working. But I think that is what I'm missing. I think I need to hook that to a key 12. I did not have the glow plug harness, which is, I believe, this harness, hooked up. That's why the glow plugs were not working. I still need to hook up the relay to a button in the cab. But I did jump the solenoid, and this thing fired up for the first time since I did the swap without any encouragement. So the glow plugs are working. I just got to hook the relay up to a button or a switch or something. Probably going to do a push button. But yep, so I'm going to do this week, probably after work. One day I want to try to find a piece of tread plate to put across here to finish the bumper so I can take it off, finish welding it and paint it. I need to get some wire from my house so that way I can, stupid phone. I need to get some wire from my house so I can wire up my lights for my gauges, and I can wire up the voltage gauge. I don't have any wire here, so I gotta do that. I got the splitter stick fixed. It's working flawlessly like it used to. So I want to get, next time I want to get them lights wired in for the gauges. I still need to find a speedometer I like and a tack, but I need to find those. I think I want to just put that button for the glow plugs right next to, that's the starter button. That's what I have set up for the starter button. I'll just put the glow plug button there right beside it so I can just glow plug starter. Good to go. But next time you see me working on this, I'll probably either be doing those lights and the button and the alternator, or if I feel like welding, well, I'll probably all be one video doing the bumper and all that other stuff. But I want to get a video out this Sunday, or today, this evening, because I want to try to keep it a video a Sunday is what I want to try to do. Man, I'm ugly, probably, but I want to try to do a video every Sunday is my goal, whether it's on Fred, the 600, or the LTD, or when I start Christine's engine, or doing the Super Duty swap and the 460 build for my 89, my blue 89. But yeah, until next Sunday, I guess this is all I got for you. Hopefully I can get some more work done next weekend. I mean, I only got a few hours after work and the weekends to do these, so you get what I got. But here we go. Until next time.